Click the link again. Oh, there we go. Okay. While you're watching it, though, I want you to be invited to it. Video. Okay. Ha 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 ha. All right, I'm gonna send you another.
That's way delayed.
Yeah. Okay. Try this link and see what happens. So many links. Did you get an email for another one? I think you just hit join.
Are those taffy things even good?
Ha! All right.
Do I go off of this now?
No. Stay there.
Oh,
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can't. Well, say again.
Can you hear me? Oh my gosh!
Stay there. Oh. Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
You can hear me.
Well, say again.
Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Oh my gosh!
Yes, I can hear you. Super good. Yep.
That's so funny.
Well,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Oh, because
The other one's playing
Yeah.
too. Now we got it.
okay.
Oh, I was like, why is this machine saying?
Okay. With that, you can turn it off now. Okay, that makes.
Oh, you did. There you go.
All right. There we go. That makes me feel good that it's like working.
Is it cold in here? Or not?
So, why is it still repeating? Such a. That's really cool. I never do that. So, the first thing you would you like watch route lines and stuff like that. So we can always do that.
Well, are those things actually good?
Yeah, I love laughing time.
I don't.
Charlotte, can you hear me?
What? Get in my belly.
Oh my god.
Can I go off of this now to where I'm not showing anymore?
Yeah. Alright.
Looks like all on time. Aaron, you made it.
I just know if I'm a high schooler, I'm not gonna do it.
I really like this flavor.
Couldn't tell me what it is.
Oh,
What's the best flavor? Tell me a color.
that hat.
Flavor. That's disgusting, Nicole.
What color is that?
Ew,
Terrible
cool.
color.
Looks like the apple pie one, which is disgusting.
Oh, I
No,
really.
that one doesn't have the green. Or
Oh,
did it?
um.
Is this it? What is this one, Courtney? Do you know?
No.
What is this one, Courtney? Do you know?
No.
Hey, someone
I
text.
don't even know.
Someone text
I don't even
Corbett.
know. This is lemon lime. This is blue raspberry.
I don't
This
like
is
them.
apple pie. The
Yeah.
other kind was assorted that we didn't actually use.
I don't like any of those
We
flavors.
were gonna use for
Ooh, I might like
chicken.
this. Is this chocolate, I wonder?
or like.
Oh, I like the one, whatever
I didn't
this.
think I was gonna make it. I did.
You made it.
I made it.
Um, Brandon, can you hear me?
I had to take Logan out, and it was released.
Brandon, you're
He
joking,
didn't
right?
have to take his geometry test, his exam, and they're like, no.
Well, you're on mute, so I can't hear you,
I know he has to.
but you can hear me.
He doesn't. He got a pass because He has good grades.
Colleen, can you hear me?
Nicole, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Brendan.
What am I?
Nice crispy. Oh, we need one more for Josh.
We made it!
Hang on.
Let's just grab Joel.
I just took over with it on my computer.
That's on him.
Yay!
No, I can't hear.
I can stand.
Go Team Jessica!
So much energy right now. Stand up.
No, I can't hear her.
Now you're gone?
Yeah, no, I can't hear
Brandon,
her.
don't tell me that you can't hear me.
Alright. I need like a lot of these.
I practice a lot.
Oh, I want some of those.
Oh, I wonder if this is Neapolitan.
Ooh, yummy. What is this? I hope this is banana.
Two Christmas cards.
All right.
It's another bonus.
Yay!
Awesome. All right, let's take a vote. Who thinks my team was robbed?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, I do, because we would have got second place.
Unanimous. All right.
Yeah, I don't know about Andrew.
60 miles in 1 day.
No, see, they didn't say that. If they said that in the Star Rally, they would have had a
Well,
harder time.
the other part was, hey guys. The other part.
I'm afraid we're gonna rant about this show.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the other part, I just want to make one statement. Was they made that whole, they pointed out the whole rule thing, the 30 minutes of that you weren't allowed to reserve, but we have proof.
They
We reserved,
more than
yeah, like 3 hours. So no matter how you play
Was it
that,
on the same row of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
same rower. So no matter how.
How did you get your text messages? Because that was pretty
Yeah.
funny. That
My teammate betrayed me.
was pretty funny.
It's okay.
Courtney.
They really weren't that bad. It just showed me like.
Are you eating that one?
But you can.
Give me another one.
Alright.
Can we give it up?
Information.
You should have told them that I put scripture on.
This, I like this one. What was this one?
I
But
did.
the solid white is good too.
Come
You should
on.
have won for being the best eater though.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah,
was
Russell?
and obviously.
Russell didn't even say anything. Did Russell say anything the whole time?
I don't think so. But can we give it up for Aaron for directing the cutest Christmas play ever?
Hold on. Oh my God, I can't get it.
What are you trying to do?
Sorry.
Just throw all the candy at Jess.
We have lots of Laffy Taffy. Hey! I just got the computer to work, guys!
Okay,
Brandon's trying to
Mouth
get...
open.
Oh, this is not J-Rock.
All right, we're gonna start. Aaron, we talked about my thing, so you have to make your prayer quick. Ready?
Okay.
Go.
God, thank
2
you
seconds.
for a job we love. Thank you for Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Hey,
Riley, go for it. Did you hear that? Thank you for the job we love, and thank you for Jesus.
Happy birthday.
All right. Before we go, Frank's gonna come in. But gingerbread house contest. There's one winner. It's super simple. There is one winner, and we just get to pick it. So there's not one per campus or anything like that. So
What did I get?
I don't know. She didn't tell me.
Who's picking it?
Jesse.
And when?
We're gonna renovate their house into an actual gingerbread house.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Couldn't see that.
It's gonna be the week of Christmas.
I'm gaining all of the weight that I've
It's the
lost.
19th.
And the gift is being mailed to them or whatever. So
Yeah.
we don't. Okay, great.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to worry about any of it. Okay. Here comes Frank. Perfect timing.
Yay, Frank!
Can I just tell you that you're gonna probably not love what Frank is about to say, but
What a horrible setup.
no. But I was gonna say, hear him out. Hear him out because it's gonna sound worse than what you think it is in the beginning, and then you're gonna realize it's really nothing.
I
So
love when it's really nothing.
No, it's not that either. It's not that level. First of all, great educational moment, okay? We'll come out of this, okay? We've got to have, if we follow the flow and stuff that makes sense on who should have what conversations, it saves us a ton of work. When we have lots of side conversations, we can get sideways really quickly. So when campus pastor asking stuff and it just feels a little off, a quick conversation with me or Jess could correct that or not, or like, oh, that's just one of those things. Like, it's good to have those conversations and keep us in the loop. So, just recently, by student circumstance, I've had a wonderful opportunity to spend some time with lead staff. And in that conversation with lead staff, we just got to know Wade a lot better. Like we've always been friends and can get along, talk about anything, but we just know each other better. We know each other's story now, our history and upbringing, all that stuff. So Wade feels like he needs to call me directly, which is awesome, about what we're going to talk about. And so it has to do with Christmas programming and kids for this weekend. How exciting is that? So here's how it started. Hey, we need to put kids on stage like we always do because it'll be awesome. Okay? Now, I know, because you guys have taught me before in these GB meetings and stuff like that, that basically what they're telling me is that, okay, all our eKids directors now have other jobs for the weekend, and they can't do their primary job, which is leading kids to Jesus.
Right.
So every alarm inside of me is going off, and I'm like, okay, let's talk through this. And he's like, I know. He said, before we even get started, I know this is crazy, like to even be calling you about this. Like it was never considered to involve kids or anything on stage. It's only going to be the permanents now. So the 4 permanents. It's 20 kids. Your job is actually going to be pretty easy in the grand scheme of things. Your job, you're going to get a name of a contact person. Should be a staff person. Our job is to help identify those 20 kids and tell them who to meet. And we're done. We don't do clubhouse. We don't find rooms. We don't do schedule. We're out of this one 100%. They have to corral them backstage. They have to go find them. Like the only thing we need to do is tell them when a good time for them to attend would be. Like they're all motion age kids. Like, hey, come in at 11:30, 9:30. Tell them when clubhouse is open. Like communicate. But literally, they're giving us a dedicated person to manage these 20 kids per campus. I've asked them, and we'll get the email out, send out the details to you shortly. Rehearsal times, what to wear, stuff like that, and I had them go ahead and type up an email. So like, here's how you present this, here's the vision around this, why the change, why last minute? And like, I mean, literally, I just kept going, hey, can you write an email for us so we can present this better instead of us making something up? Like, you know, just trying to grow up our organization.
Right.
So anyway, I also asked for every person that's actually involved in it already, because some of them have kids. And so I'm genuinely thinking between staff kids that are eligible and kids that are part of like choir members' kids or whatever, we're well underway in getting 20. It started as a much bigger number as we talk, down to 20. So we're talking 80 kids total, 20 for each of the permanents. We basically need to come up with a plan to recruit them. That's our job, to identify them, tell them what we think. I had them put in the email, what do they need to wear, and like where do they need to be, and all the times and all that stuff. There's flexibility because they know this is a huge ask. Like if they can't be there for all 4 experiences, like what does that look like? Like we'll figure it out. So
We're not us.
Is this Christmas
we
Eve or
figure
this
out
weekend?
if we tell somebody says they can only be here this weekend. If they tell us which is better.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like I would have said no.
Yeah.
Just so
Okay.
you guys
I was just
know.
making sure.
If they asked for Christmas Eve at this point, I would be like, there's no way we could possibly get even the kids there for that many. It just wouldn't work. And so I would, all kinds of alarms would go off. So this weekend, it's actually manageable. It's normal experiences. We can get in the flow. Use volunteer kids. Be smart about it. We've not necessarily done that in the past of leveraging choir kids, staff kids. There's been many times we've left staff kids out altogether. I don't even know how, we just missed them. And so that's like first place to go. Questions? Other questions? Erin?
Yes.
When will we be getting the information to officially start the selection process?
As soon as I walk out of this room.
And is this in lieu of or in addition to helping identify the family that's supposed to sit on a couch and watch?
So this is separate from that.
So okay. So both are still happening. Okay.
For non-permanent, are we communicating the same information to our families to say like, hey, do you want to go to Matthews or?
No, not if there's just like, so what would be great is if you have like a staff family that's normally on your campus for the weekend, they kind of bebop in, but they're not really, a creative family or something, and their motion kids might like to be on stage somewhere. Like don't leave somebody out if that happened to be the case, where you can commission them. So for example, the Bealers, like, it would be kind of a no-brainer for somebody not to be like, hey, Layla and Isaac are readily available. Are they going to be around? What's that look like?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Well, and just on that note, and I know like on a crunch time like this, we'll get no pushback whatsoever. But just so you know, like on Blakeney, we sometimes get pushback from Larry Ubatka about it being too many staff kid faces. I don't anticipate any
Right.
issue this weekend, none
Right.
issue. But
That's
just like when you're saying like, hey, staff kids did it easy, like that's the route we've taken in the past and gotten a little pushback
Yeah.
on it. But for this weekend, I'm sure there will be no.
Yeah, it's just energy. And just so you know, there's no choreography. There's choreography for all the other stuff. You can help recruit through your campuses. And it's been my ongoing joke. Like when a campus manager would ask me about something, I'd be like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll handle that. I know you're recruiting dancers right now. I've done it like 5 times this week. It's pretty funny. It's
So
pretty-
many idiots.
To me, it's funny. But literally, they're going to come out wearing any kind of Christmas scarf they want, denim jeans. They're going to give them little hats, and they're going to come out and they're going to dance for the closing number around the Christmas tree. Like just energy. That's all they are, is trying to give us some energy on the stage. It just fell flat.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a good thing. It's just not quite there. It's still small. And so 20 kids coming out, and literally they're going to be dancing for, I don't know, a minute and a half or something, a minute, and then they're off. So we're not keeping them as a choir. We're not anything else. That's what it is.
Worship wrote a blurb for you, so you don't have
I
to start.
got it.
You did? Oh, okay. Well, I will send that to you because they
I've got it on in Evernote. I'm on this one.
Fabulous.
Okay, now I'm confused then. The blurb is for us to use when we
In your-
contact
When
them?
you're recruiting people.
So they
Oh,
email
I
us.
thought we were giving the staff point person names. I guess I misunderstood. I
We
thought,
are finding the kids.
okay.
And then we're handing it over.
We're done with, we're not doing anything on the weekend.
But as soon as you get the yes, I'm going to commit, then you say, okay, great. I don't need to know anything else. Here's the point person.
Right.
You know, and
Go
you just
here
keep a
this time and
list.
find this person.
Right. So,
So 20 for worship experience.
but for just to be smart, and you can get with Blakeney about it, you should just do 20 for all four. You
Yeah, it
should
should be
try to
the
get them
same.
to all for all
Right,
four.
right,
Yeah, most time Aaron kind of puts a thing on, like if you're going to do it, you need to do all of it. Every once in a while, she'll
Um,
Sunday PM?
As of now, yes.
So you guys will be calling
So all of motion.
maybe
I don't know
non-family
if we have
people
to
to
get
help
the motion.
make some phone calls if it's.
But that could be great. That could be great. And it's however you want to. It just depends on who it is. Like, you guys will know, you spend 10, 15 minutes on it. You're going to know a handful of people that you're like, oh, I'm going to call them. Because 20 is way less than 45.
Right.
Because at about 32, you're like, I don't know where to begin right now. Like, we're better shape than that. So we have immediate default, awesome volunteers. Like, start there. Think of Motion Clubhouse. That's where my brain would go immediately.
Can be beat on stage.
No. So they could be
Like a
5
Michael
if you
Bishop
get
or
away with it.
thinking.
No.
He's too young.
No, yeah. So, I mean, you don't want to make it where it's more work for you and the
Right.
parents are asking.
Yeah, I can
Because
help.
the younger they are, the more questions the parents ask, and they start
sure
needing
all
it
those
from
moms-
you. When you're communicating, when somebody accepts, tell them you are not the point person. You are not going to be available for the week. I mean, you need to be in your email. Like, once they say, yes, I'd love to be part of it, awesome. Let me give you so-and-so's information. I'll pass your information along. Just so you know, with it being Christmas weekend, I will not be involved in this at all. I won't know any details. You need to literally spell it out for every family. So if they come to you and say, I can't find somebody, be like, oh no, go in the auditorium. Like, it's going to have to be that. And that's what I conveyed to Wade, Chelsea, Kelly. Like, we have to be completely out of it.
Can we go
Yes.
one step pass off further and us send the information, but then do all questions and replying to the point person? Because what's going to happen is I'm going to spend the next 2 days
100%.
juggling.
Yeah.
Well, I could do the
100%.
Sunday
I'll
morning,
ask
but
for
I
that.
can't do the Saturday night, but I can't.
Yes.
Questions,
So I would
emails,
love to
so-and-so.
say, hey guys, here's the information. I think your family would be awesome for it. If you want to do it, boom.
Yeah.
Then I'm
Yeah.
out. Can
Yeah.
that be my
Yep.
pass off?
So
That's easy.
the only thing that falls short in that is, how do you know when to stop recruiting? Like that they've confirmed yes.
Can't
Yeah,
point
but-
person let me know when they've got their
Yeah,
20?
so that's, so,
Yeah.
So then you
we
would
got-
then
we
you
need
would send an
5 more,
extra
we need
email.
5 more. But that just means that you need to facilitate the relationship with the point person
Right,
to have that
right,
conversation.
right.
And it has to be something, I don't want to get in the way.
Mhm.
So here's how this works. We're experts at this.
Yeah.
Like, we know how to do this. So this is how we're going to do it. I would suggest you spend a few minutes coming up with what you're going to say, and then everybody else do the exact same thing. So Barb adopts it, Nicole adopts it, Bethany adopts it. Like, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is going to be kind of our tone. We're not being mean. We're not being difficult.
Right.
We're just being
Right.
really direct
Absolutely.
and super clear.
Sure.
And you can say in there, hey, we had a really special emphasis on salvation around Christmas, and so I'll be actually overseeing the group, so I will not be. Tell them why they can't come ask you a question.
Yeah.
There will be a few parents, needy parents, that come to you, and you've just got to get to a place where you're okay going, text that person. I can't find them right now. Okay, text them. Probably just tell them you're in the lobby. I got to go.
Yeah.
Okay, and everything inside of you is going to not want to do that.
Yeah.
Nothing any kids can fail because of this. And I've told Wade that. So, but any other questions? I'm going to forward you an email with call time, sample script. I will send an email to Chelsea and Kelly saying, when you identify your point person, this is where the handoff takes place. We're going to identify them. We're going to reach out to them. We'll say, we think you're great. Reply to this person. So we need their email address and their cell phone number. And then I will forward you those as soon as I can. You're going to be thinking about your people in the meantime.
Okay, great.
Is that cool? Yeah. Any other questions?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, she said it pretty intense.
Yes, I feel you can breathe now.
Well, that's why I wanted to say that, because I was like, it's
Set it up
gonna
as
sound like, oh,
bad
here, you
as
have to recruit kids, but it's really not that bad. Okay, awesome, we gotta move on. Thanks,
Love you
Frank.
guys. We're going to go through volunteers and essential team now.
You're great.
Okay, so we do numbers and ratios. Jessie is wanting to know where we're at, what we're looking at, as far as the plan was for her to start writing curriculum back at the 10 for motion and then 8 for quest. So we're not going to have the answer today. What I'm going to request, this is what I propose. I propose that we ask Jessie for 1 more month, and that we she starts writing again in February 1. So February 1.
That's better.
Yeah.
Like, minors is still happening through January.
Yeah.
Yes. So I say it, but if I ask her for that, she will do it. But if I ask her for that, we got to get our crap together. So January has to be the month that you recruit. It's gonna, all the work is gonna be done from pastor. Pastor's gonna stand up at praise party and everything else and say, get connected, go to the orange tent. You just got to build on that momentum. I don't think anymore, especially because these are awful.
So you eat them.
Well, they're root beer. I don't like root beer.
Oh, I didn't eat one.
So is everybody good with that?
Yep.
Can you make plans for our next group PP to run, not that crazy report that you ran for each individual, but just the overall, you know what I'm talking about, the percentage, the overall.
Just one, so that was like peppermint. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that one's not good either.
I like
We're very distracted by the taffy. Sorry about that.
Oranges.
I love orange.
That's gross.
I've had 20 pieces of taffy. Get that away from me.
You've had more than that. There's like 50 wrappers there.
Well, so like the one that's like there's just the Excel spreadsheet that has the percentage is just for 1 weekend.
This is
You
great.
only want to know like first weekend of
Can
January.
you do it like, can you do like 2 weekend? No, I don't want to do first weekend of January. That would give us nothing.
Yeah. So I mean the other one that I ran is multiple weeks that shows progress.
Do whatever I don't want to stress you out. You do
I
whatever
mean, if
you
you ask me for something in December, not gonna happen. But January.
January. Then let's do that. I want us to have I want us to know where we're at in the middle of beginning of January, the middle of January. The next time we meet, I want us to know where we are, and then what is going to be required to get us where we need to be for Jessie to start writing. Is everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you all understand what I was saying about the Jessie right now is writing curriculum for larger groups, but because that's what we're trying to be realistic, that's what we have. But we don't want to leave it there. We want to get our motion groups back to like a 10-to-1 ratio, and our quest groups like 6 to 8-to-1. So Jessie is asking, is it time to start her to go back to the original writing? We're going to put that off until February the 1st, and so we're going to spend the whole month of January getting us back online as far as our ratios, our E-group ratios for quest and motion. You good? I don't see like from here up, Colleen. Like I see.
Sit up straight.
There we go. All right. Everybody good with that? Okay, great. Active shooter procedures, because you had mentioned this coming out. I talked to Buck about it, and he was already on top of it. We have new things rolling out in 2016 in January. I just requested, so he and I talked. They have a whole plan of what they're going to do, and it mostly involves security, and it's going to happen at all the campuses. It's going to be a new standard and new procedures and all that for active shooting, active shooter. But I requested that we get the information prior to, like, us directors, staff, get the information prior to them introducing it to their security teams,
Yeah.
so that we can talk to our volunteers. And I also asked him to consider what role our volunteers should play in the active shooter policy, because that's if. I mean, we're still gonna. Are we hiding from the shooter? If we are hiding from the shooter, then that means our volunteers are going to need to corral them in a corner or under tables or whatever it is. So I just asked that 2 weeks prior to them rolling them out, that he get us the procedures. He said that was fine. So I'll know. They're not finalized yet, so I'll know as soon as they do. All right. Only put 2 minutes down for cookie cutters and hot chocolate Reese bar. Does anybody have any questions? I had a really good response about the cookie cutters this weekend.
So good.
There might be like
Where?
6 or 8 at my. There's a box next to my desk. There might be like a few at the bottom. You can have them if you want them.
I do want to know, did anyone, I had one parent tell me no. Did y'all have any? Like, if she had been serving, like, not serving, but attending forever, and she's like, no, I really don't want to. I was like, okay, you don't get one.
I did get.
Fair said we don't want to sign up. I was like, okay. Oh, really weird.
Are you even saved?
Maybe that she gets too many emails.
Yeah, probably.
I did get a request because, especially with the Safari parents, there's not enough content on the blog for Safari. That was the only thing. They just wanted to see more.
Yeah, I agree. I actually got a Brandon pointed it out from your hits and misses this week, and I think that's awesome. I don't have the bandwidth to write another site right now, another post, but we have Lauren. We brought Lauren on staff, and I do think that's probably something that we can aim towards in 2016. So I really do. Like I heard that and saw it and made a note in my Evernote to work on this for next year. So I agree. All right, February 5th, night of worship. It's 2 minutes because worship isn't giving me any details. So I've now talked to how do you say her name? Elia. Okay.
Nailed it.
So I talked to Elia twice. Elia is waiting on worship to get their act together, and so she can't give me any details. However, I talked to Jesse, and we did do paid childcare for Code Orange Revival and Underground and all of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so Jesse said that is the expectation. So I know I told you all, don't do, whatever. You can go ahead and start. Because we have set that precedent that we are going to pay for this type of thing, then you can go ahead and start recruiting sitters now for that. And what I would probably do? I would probably do what like Aaron and Courtney do for Christmas, and I would just over the next 2-3 weeks have a sign-up list and just say, do you want to serve? And just have them sign up and put a little blurb at the top like, if February 5th is going to be a night of worship, it's going to pay $10 an hour. If you'd like to sign up to serve, sign up here. And then you've got at least a starting point of, and you don't really have to do any of the work.
Do we know hours?
No. I mean, I asked for all those details. I was like, can we get, because I even said in my notes, I put everything that we had talked about, like, can we get a link for the volunteers? Can they walk away and have something like, what was it that we had said?
We said like a DVD of it.
Yeah, like can we put something in their hands like right then when they walk away? And she said that those are all possibilities, but they just haven't met about it yet because they're all focused on Christmas and Christmas Eve.
Calendar the event 7 to 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'd be looking at, see, this is where it gets.
6 to.
Because they're going to open doors early. It's not going to be a 20-minute.
Right.
So it probably means
6 to 10.
6 to 10.
Right. And if we're going to serve dinner to our volunteers, because if they're going to serve dinner to whoever, choir and all this stuff, maybe we serve. So I just don't have a lot of, in my mind, I'm thinking probably 6 to 10, but it could be 5:30 to, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even have I was like, do you have a line item code? They're like, no, it'll have its own line item or its own code. So I don't even have that. So it's 2 minutes because I don't really have anything to pass along to you. I'm waiting on information for
Is it all permanent?
It's all permanent. Yeah. But again, like the non-permanents are going to need to help recruit volunteers.
Right.
To
Do we know
support
yet
them.
which, like, if Uptown can be pushed to University City or Lake Norman? Because if I have students who can babysit but their mom is going,
Where are you normally pushed?
it varies.
Ferries?
Yeah, it does.
So then I don't think, like literally, like she has nothing to give to me. Like I asked her,
Which is closer?
It varies. They're both.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just weird.
It's about the same.
Because I would say people will drive.
Gaston, you'll probably be connected with Lake Norman.
Have you all heard anything about where you all? No. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I gave her a deadline of I promise this is not me just copping out on you. I gave her a deadline of December 15th for a list of like 5 different details that I would need to know. And I contacted her yesterday because I still hadn't heard from her, and she's like, I don't have anything new to tell you. So I can't give you anything because I don't have anything. So.
Gosh, Jess,
Sorry.
we're not gonna look to you as our fearless leader anymore.
Sorry.
Just some information.
All right. Juggernaut praise party details. Go YouTube.
So we don't have a lot for you. We're meeting today at 1. What was super exciting? Wait, what? We're meeting at 4. What was super exciting though is Jamie had someone who planned and ordered and got everything together. So like all we need from you guys is to be at the campus that you're assigned to at the deadline, the time that, and I think we said 6:30, 7 o'clock, just to help set up, and we'll give you your assignments and your roles there. So that was super awesome that we had a volunteer that wanted to come in and own all of
There's
that.
no ordering. There's no us
So
owning the
great.
decoration or anything.
Yep.
That's
I mean,
great.
we will come set up and decorate stuff,
Right.
but other than that, making the event happen. I'm not doing nothing.
That's
Yeah.
great.
And then Forbes, we have Dallas working with you with just some large group games. But so that was super exciting. So is it Suzanne? Is that the volunteer that's doing that?
Suzanne spanked us.
So if y'all see her, just give her a
she's
big
fabulous.
hug. So awesome.
The
Yeah.
only thing that I
Very
might
detail
ask
oriented.
for some help with is we'll be putting invites on staff members' desks next week. And so we'll be tying little cards on them. And there's not that many kids. It's only like 63 or something like that. So I might just ask for your help putting that, or like giving you university cities since y'all don't have to here. So
The Hamptons are like half of that.
I know.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
And
y'all are great.
It's 3 and up only.
Yes.
Yes.
correct.
Oh wait, I had a question and I forgot my question. It was a good.
So if they're under 3,
no,
they're
I know, I was
or
gonna say something.
they under 3 gets paid childcare. Like they'll just submit like they would normally do.
So if you haven't already, because like I had 2 campus pastors or ACDs actually reach out to me and say, is their e-kids director tied up that night? So if you haven't already told your campus pastor that you're going to be tied up that, you need to do that now, like today, because you're not available to help in any capacity during Juggernaut. So. All right, let's move on to our last item. We're going through these fast.
Hey, Jess.
Yeah.
Does that still apply to Brandon and I? Because Raleigh right now is not scheduled to get into Charlotte until like 8:30.
Yeah, you're fine. I know you and I talked about that.
Okay.
You just get there when you get there, and then you can come over and join us. I still want. I mean, unless has your campus pastor asked you to do something else?
A praise party is me. So I can work some things out.
Okay.
Or we can have a conversation.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if we need to have a conversation, we can.
I just wanted to make sure that the time frame didn't still relate to us.
Yes, all the other e-kids directors, I mean, their assignment for that night is e-kids. So I would like for your assignment to also be Juggernaut that night. I mean, that's what everybody else is doing. If there's something else beyond that, then just you and I work through it. We'll figure it out.
Okay. But the time frame is okay since we'll be coming on buses with our campus.
Yeah, you had already mentioned that to me. I mean, I'm not going to ask that you drive in hours early. You need to build community with your campus. That's fine.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so it's really funny, 2 people at the same time within 2 minutes of each other, Jeremy and Lou, both sent me emails when I said, hey, agenda items, and you both said leader appreciation. Like, you both emailed back. I was like, awesome. So we're going to spend the next few minutes talking about how we are appreciating our volunteers this Christmas on our campuses. Leaders, volunteers, whatever it is, coordinators, however. So that's our discussion topic for the day.
Lake Norman, we are doing something for all of our coordinators, like campus-wide. Next Monday, we're all going to bake, and we're making cinnamon rolls that we're going to deliver to them on Christmas Eve so that they can bake them for Christmas morning. And then I went online and bought a Christmas Eve? Yes. So, but like we're delivering them at church. So we're yeah. When at church. They'll get them at church to take home because majority of our coordinators will be there. And then for those who have kids, I got them a Christmas book it's called the Christmas Wish that we're gonna send from the Lake Norman staff. So that's what we're doing for our coordinators.
For our coordinators, they're each getting the Christmas, or not a Christmas one, but this is their gift. It's a Salvation Uptown mug. And I think we're putting like hot chocolate mix or something with it. But we're giving them that, and then I always do cards for my leaders and coordinators, just for me, just thanking them for like personally what they've done. And then I'm opening up my hot cocoa bar to all eKids volunteers, so they can get hot cocoa from the Google Connect Family Bar. So I'm just getting extra stuff. So if you are a family or are wearing your eKids shirt, then you can get it.
Cool. We're doing the same, letting them all get the hot chocolate. So we've done, we did the journals with the Concord logo on it. We've already given those out to them. And then over this weekend and Christmas Eve, like I'm gonna do how I do the little candy bar. I'll take that to all their meetings Sunday morning, and then Christmas Eve do cupcakes or something like that.
Awesome. We're doing, for our coordinators, we're giving them a puzzle because we want them to just have fun and game nights and stuff like that. So we have a University City picture with a beautiful sunrise, gorgeous. And so we've turned that into a puzzle. We're giving that to them.
How many pieces?
252. So it should be fine.
That's fun.
Yeah, and
So all coordinators are just
all coordinators.
And then are you doing anything special for eKids people?
The volunteers, just little bags of little treats. It's not going to be anything special, like a lot of money, but it's going to be cute. It's going to be just little tiny presents that we've kind of given throughout the year. Like we've been saving up all throughout the year to do this. So it's just like little baskets of goodness.
We're doing gift cards for our coordinators, and then our coordinators are responsible for coming up with their ETL ideas, and ETLs have the option to come up with team ideas and submit to us.
How much are the gift cards for?
For our coordinators, are we doing 220s or 225s?
225.
225.
So coordinators get 50. We're doing like, so in the past we've done like, oh, everybody loves Target and Starbucks. We're making it more personal, like, okay, what do they actually like? And we're doing 2 gift cards to like 2 different places. But so totally stealing eAcademy idea. eAcademy got like, someone did stuff for the teachers where they like pooled money together and find a picture.
They made the little jars.
And this is eKids coordinators.
Yeah,
I
eKids
don't know what all
coordinators.
came to
So like,
coordinators.
you guys can see, it's like a little jar.
Oh, that's cute.
And it has their name on it. So it's like Christmassy, but then it also has like gift cards in it. So it's
Nice.
And then for, like Erin said, for leaders, we ask them what they want to do. But then we manage, like, if they want to do $5 Starbucks gift cards for their team, then we'll buy that for them. Like, we'll pool what everybody gives us together and buy gift cards. But if it's something like, oh, I want to make this cute thing I found on Pinterest, like, great, you can do that. Buy things, give me a reimbursement. Like, we're not managing that at that level for them. Like, simple will do more complex. They can still do it, but up to them to figure out.
Gotcha. Yeah, similarly at Matthews, the coordinators all told the ETLs, hey, do something for your team, do something little. So I know a couple weeks back they did like little $5 gift cards for a team and had their own little Christmassy thing. So they're each doing something for their volunteers, but then we're doing something. We're doing something for all the volunteers. I'm still figuring out if we're gonna just do, because I know we're already doing hot chocolate. That will be available. Hot chocolate will be available to them. Sorry, coming out here. But then I'm thinking of doing one of those like little corny, like we love you a latte or something, and have little like lattes and little ice jars or something like around. So something like that for volunteers. And then all of our coordinators, they wrapped the 7-day revival.
Code Orange Revival.
The Code Orange Revival DVDs. Because we had like a ton left over for Matthews. And they were like just giving them away or whatever, and so they thought like we'd rather honor volunteers with them, and so they wrapped the leftovers of that to give to all of our campus coordinators, and then we all like wrote on a card to all of them. So we did that, and then my coordinators will also be receiving a gift card.
The funnest thing that I have had the chance to be a part of for eKids, honoring eKids leaders, is when we when I was at Gaston, eKids director at Gaston, I wanted to do a Christmas party, and so we did a Christmas party. It was fun. Like we just had everybody, like we provided all of the meats and stuff, and then we had everybody bring in whatever they wanted, and then we had a Christmas breakfast party, and that was okay. You can do that or not, whatever. But Heather McCullough was at the time was my Safari coordinator, and she just kind of owned this for me.
and we asked all of our coordinators and ETLs, we asked them what their favorite toy was as a child, and then and I know that sounds like, what are they going to do with their favorite toy? But we gave it to them, and we just asked them to like put it on a shelf somewhere, and so that they would know, like, because we wanted the ministry to feel as fun. And so like if they said Slinky, then they got a Slinky, or if they said bouncy ball, like I remember Heather getting one of them said they could bounce a ball, and she got a base filled it with bouncy balls, and then another one said a Cabbage Patch Kid, and we went and bought a Cabbage Patch Kid for them. So that was just, it's different, but it was really fun, and obviously they're not going to play with the toy, but they sat it somewhere and just remembered that our ministry is fun, and it's a privilege to do what we do, and we appreciate them, and that kind of thing. So that was something fun that we had done in the past.
That's great.
All right, anybody else?
We just had a big kids party, like an all-volunteer party. We went bowling, and I just heard like over and over, like, this is the most fun thing we've done all year. And it's great to just see people just hanging out. Just get to see people in their natural habitat, I guess. So it was cool. And then during that, we did gifts for one standout volunteer in each area, and then we got to talk about what we want to see, like, what they're doing that we want to see replicated. And then for coordinators, I was just planning on doing a $50 Visa card, but I like the idea of doing like 2 separate cards, maybe 2 25s for things that they like. So I think I can push a little further there. But and then just for all coordinators as gifts, also got the Code Orange Underground thing at our leader night.
Yeah, ours too.
So for this Monday.
And make sure, just make sure that whatever all the other coordinators are doing on your campus, like I know your whole design, but that your volunteers also get to take advantage of that, whether it's a gift that you give to them or whether it's something else, like, oh, they've set up this little thing for all the leaders of the camp. Make sure that your coordinators know of that too. There was actually one year where Alan ordered ornaments for all of the coordinators on Blakeney campus except for eKids coordinators. And so all the other coordinators got those. He was like, well, I thought that you were doing something else. And I was like, well, we were, but now they feel like not a part of the campus. So just make sure that whatever it is that is provided for your campus, that your volunteers are fully aware and have a chance to take advantage of that. So that's good. All right, that is all I have, and that's good because I've got to get out of here. My last final inspection is in an hour. So.
Yay.
I know. So, are we good? I know this is quick today, but I felt like the last one was really long, so I was kind of glad the agenda was shorter today.
Send your word to me if you have not sent your word yet.
And thank you for this. This is so nice.
You're welcome. Oh, wait. I got to tell Cassie. Cassie has one thing she wanted me to,
She's sitting right there.
Oh.
She's waiting.
I'll get that window.
Kathy.
She is right there.
I didn't try to recruit you for their team, guys.
Yes, that was
What? We did.
And then.
What team? For his, like, staff, whatever.
Facilities?
Operations, yeah. Or operations.
What?
Yeah, he said they need another person, and I was like, I love sitting.
Yeah, we need like 4 more people.
That's what I said. Here, will you pass this down?
Yeah.
I have a couple. Is there anyone on film somewhere?
Yeah, they're right there.
Who is it?
Charlotte, Brandon. Oh.
Thank you, Cass. It's like awkward.
Yeah.
Here, no, it's good.
Can you see me?
Yeah, they can see you. They're
Hi.
good.
I look like a midget. I have
I'll slink down.
2 things for you. I don't have my sweater on, sorry guys, it was hot. Okay, 2 things. Quest Christmas Eve. Does everyone know there's no large group? Okay.
Gingy's back.
Gingy is here. So I was writing the script and everything yesterday, and I really want to do like songs and worship still in the e-group space. And so I wanted to see if everybody has speaker capabilities and or CD player in their Quest area. Like, I know Blakeney will have no problem because their theater is, or, like you guys, but I don't know if everyone has that in their space.
Is it going to be towards the end? Because we're going to end up in,
Well, it'll be in,
throughout?
It'll be in the normal, like, time that you would go to large group. Just in your e-group space. Does that make sense?
So you're asking if we have a sound system?
Yeah, like, do you have
like a
something that
CD
can
player?
project? Yeah.
How are you going to give us the music? How is the music going to be given to us?
Well, that's why I'm here to talk about that. So either a CD or like files on an iPhone. We've done that in the past. So whatever.
So we don't need a
works.
storyteller at all. I thought the storyteller still had like.
You do.
Okay.
Storytellers
Gingy.
with Gingy, with Gingers too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We share storyteller and host a lot of times. Is that gonna?
Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Nope, you can have someone else be kid. It's not like a script.
Okay.
It's more of like talking points,
Mhm.
special delivery. Kind of thing. So yeah, CD player, that would be loud enough that the kids can hear it. So think of like Quest jumping around, screaming, yay, music. So as long as they can hear it. So yes,
CD
is possible and we want to do it, or no, this is crazy.
To a file. If you send them via file, I can do it.
I can do it for everybody. Files up on.
Yeah, I can get this.
I
can borrow one from Safari for
Does anyone need multiple CDs? Like, do you have more room? Like, you need like 3 CDs or something? You need 3?
We do our. Well, so
Yeah, I was gonna say, should I just? Will I just bring everybody back together anyway? We're not calling it large group, but I'll move my kindergarten and my 3s over anyway.
Yeah. Or what you could do is have them visit each room individually and have people move on. Well, no, because you need the activities. You need it for Uconnect. Yeah, you'll bring them all together at the same time then.
Okay.
So everyone need 1? Does everyone think it's okay?
3.
Do you think CD player will be loud enough?
Yeah.
That was my only concern. Is that it'll be loud enough.
Especially the rooms that have, I mean, they're smaller rooms. The reason why like Barb has 3 rooms is because they're small rooms. So I think that's fine.
So CDs are good?
And then you'll upload files for them.
Yeah.
Oh. So you all will get files uploaded, okay? Charlotte, Colleen, Brandon. I don't know where Brandon is.
Brandon gone.
Perfect. That's what I need. So great.
Awesome. Okay. Perfect. And then the last thing is we're working really hard to get your Christmas Eve curriculum done by Tuesday next week.
That's great.
Because everyone will be here on Tuesday.
Yep.
And so our goal is to have it done by 12. Not Charlotte, this doesn't involve you, but your actually is going out today in the mail.
Woo!
But then Charlotte, you're by Tuesday at 12. I wanted to check, is it unreasonable to ask everyone to check by Tuesday at 5? I suppose. That would be great.
That sounded like the last.
Yeah. Just because it's Christmas Eve and I want to have time to fix problems that.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, and remember what we said, like the week Christmas Eve, the week of Christmas, the whole like if you need to text somebody, text them. But still, you can still start with me, and then I'll help you. Yeah, figure out where you need to go next. But still, it's Christmas. Like we got to figure it out, especially with kid salvation and all that kind of stuff. So.
Great. That's all.
Thanks, Cassie. Thank you, Cassie.
All right, all done.
Yay.
Can you say Q instead? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, in your curriculum today, we're working on like getting Thursday stuff from the tape.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does that affect anybody in a huge way?
us turning people